Hi folks, it's Aileen of shabby.ie and it's Friday, so that means it's Facebook Friday and we're back, yes, after being snowed in last week and I couldn't get into the shop to do Facebook Friday. We're back in store today, so say hello, let me know if you are there and if you're joining me. Oh, I see some of you popped in already. Hi. Did you miss me last week? I certainly missed you guys. I do this every week and it seemed really weird not being able to do it last week. So anyway, we're here live in store. Hi Julie, lovely to hear your voice. Oh, thank you Julie. So we're live in store in my little shop in Tipperary in Ireland. For those of you who are tuning in now or later on from abroad. Hi Kerry. Hi Betty. You're looking on after all the snow. Oh, thanks very much. I make an effort now for Facebook Fridays, you know. I have to have the hair all nice and clean. Hi, Stella. So today we are going to continue on with the piece we started a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember? I'll remind you what we started with and what you guys voted for. And then I'll show you what we... Hi, Karen. Survived the snow here too. Yeah, you had it bad up where you were. So let's go back a couple of weeks, right? Now that you're all here, can you please go down the bottom and press the share button for me too and let everybody else come and join us, right? I want loads of people to see this piece of furniture. So 2 weeks ago, was it? I showed you a large piece of furniture in orangey pine, exactly like these, right? Very much like these. These are just some drawer bedside lockers. So it looked exactly like that. Do you remember it? And I asked you guys to vote. Hi, Diana. Afternoon, Aileen. See you again. All chirpy, chirpy. Oh, yes. I love chatting to you lads every Friday. I love it. I really do. So anyway, 2 weeks ago, I showed you this piece of furniture and I asked you to vote and tell me what you wanted me to do with this. Do you remember? I gave you 3 options, right? I said to you, we can stain the whole piece because I had these lovely antique, handles. You know, oh, I'm going to reach over here. Has these kind of handles on it. So I said, we'll make an apothecary cabinet. Yeah, we'll stain it. But no, you guys didn't want that. Thanks, that's the one I wanted. So the second choice was to paint the whole thing white and put all pretty papers on the drawers. Do you remember that? That was number 2. And then number 3 was to paint it in a brick red, a dark red, and paint all the different drawers autumnal colours, right? So you guys voted and voted and voted. And it was between 2 and 3, right? It was so close that I went with number 3. But hi, Anne-Marie. But halfway through, I decided to incorporate a little bit of number 2 as well. And this is what I do. I am absolutely terrible. I never stick to a plan. So if you're like me, don't worry about it at all. And even because I did a couple of drawers and they looked absolutely shite. So I had to go at them again. So do you want to see what I did? I have to tell you know this piece is for me, right? And I love it. And that is all that matters. If you do a piece and you love it, that is all that matters. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. But of course, I do want you to tell me at least that you love it too. Hi, from Texas. Oh, Madeline, hi. What is the weather like in Texas? It is early in Texas now, isn't it? It must be like 7 or 8 in the morning. Anyway, let's see what I did, right? So remember, we started off with our orangey pine 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to put all these videos up on YouTube, right, in their stages, so you can go back and follow and make sure you haven't missed anything. So the top I stained in espresso, which is our darkest water-based stain. Isn't that beautiful? All right, look at that. And then I put the high performance top coat in gloss over it because I love like a French polished look, right? So that was the top. You saw me do that 2 weeks ago. Then I went into the drawers, and how did I prepare orangey pine, a pre-finished piece, right? What I did, I sanded it with 150 and then 180 sandpaper. I washed it down with methylated spirit and water. For you guys in America, that is denatured alcohol. For you guys in Ireland and England, it is methylated spirit. And that is 50-50 in an old shower bottle, right? So I did that with a scrubby sponge and I washed it all off. Why do we use that? Because that does not come through water-based paints. It doesn't leave a residue like sugar soap can. So scrubbed it with an old scrubby sponge, right? And then I went in with my kitchen roll and I just wiped it clean with my kitchen roll and the dirt that came off that. So that was my cleaning, my sanding, and then I rolled on a grey primer. Do you remember? Then I went in with all these colours. Right, I went in with, hope you can see these, Seagull Grey, Persian Blue, I went in with, what's that one, Somerset Gold, Tuscan Red, actually no, I'm lying, it wasn't Tuscan Red, it was Brick Red, you'll see it, I'm painting the whole piece in that, and this is Basil Green, right, and here it is. Now it's not finished, but here it is. So what do you think so far, guys? Can we have some thumbs up, likes or loves? I'm going to put this down. So, and I'm going to bring it down a bit so you can see. Now, so this is what I've done so far. So I've painted Persian Blue, Basil Green. That's actually a chalk paint, a different green and chalk paint. Who's ringing me? Go away. That is the Brick Red. I love this colour and I'm going to paint the whole body in the Brick Red, right? And then I've added these pretty papers. So these are the papers that you voted for, but to go on white. Well, I'm not big into white furniture. Love it. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Kerry, we'll have to catch it later. Lynn, gorgeous. Oh, thank you. You're being so kind. So here are the pretty papers, right? Close. People messaging me. How can people message me and ring me at 1 o'clock on a Friday? Do they not know me? I mean, where am I at 1 o'clock every Friday? So here's our pretty papers, right? They're all online and they're really, really cheap. And in each packet, right, you get a whole sheet like this. So I'm going to show you how I do one, right? So you get 3 of these sheets, right? Hi, Mary, 2 Marys. So I cut this sheet in half. I'm going to do it now in front of you, right? Because I have one drawer here left to do. So I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to bring this down a bit more so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Right, so I'm just going to cut this in half lengthways because I know it's the right depth when I do that. Who is desperate to get hold of me? Can you call me, please? Now. Okay, so now I have this sheet, right? And I'm going to put it on this drawer here. Now, on all the drawers that I put paper, I painted it white first, right? Not any of the darker colours. Because if I was to put that on a darker colour, the darker colour paint could come through. And I want to make sure the paper stays as beautifully bright as it is. So I painted any of the drawers that I was putting paper on, I painted it white, right? So all I did then was I got myself some glue. Now, I use decoupage glue, but you can use Mod Podge, you can use any cheapest chips white craft glue, absolutely lovely. What is the stain varnish you use on top? I'll go through that again in a second. So any white glue, right? So I put the glue on there just a few minutes ago before I came on, and I dried it off with my hairdryer, right? So it's on there, but you can't see it, right? So then I'm going to line up my paper. It doesn't quite go all the way across, but it's the perfect depth. So I line up the paper like this. Oh, blimmin' hell, I knew I forgot something. Hold on, I have to go over here and get myself some wax paper. Okay, so this is called iron-on decoupage, right? So this is wax paper. I use big labels for my courier. And when I pull the label off, I have this waxy sheet. But any kind of grease-proof paper or wax paper that you might have will do, so long as it has a shiny side, right? Why do you need a shiny side? It is because when you put an iron on this, it's going to melt the glue and you don't want it to go through to your iron, so the wax paper stops it. So watch what I'm doing here. I've got a hot iron here as well and a microphone. What am I like? Okay, so I'm going to line that up, right? Now you might think, why is she doing this on the bloody thing? Why doesn't she just take the drawer out? because I can't take the drawers out. I have to get somebody to do that for me. The screws inside, they're not screws. They have like blanks. Oh, anyway. So I can't actually paint the whole base of the piece until I get all the drawers out. So it's a little bit awkward to do it on the piece, but sure, look, we'll manage. Don't we manage? Now, look at this. I'm going to bring that down a bit more. So I'm going to line that up, right? Just like that. And I'm going a little bit over the edge here. Okay. Hold it in place. I'm going to put the wax paper over it like that. And then I'm going to get my iron, right, which is plugged in and it is on a medium heat with no steam. And I'm going to place my iron down on the paper like this. And I'm literally going to iron my paper, right? The paper will move with the iron, which is rather handy. And I'm leaning on it enough now. And what's happening is the glue is melting, it's coming up through the paper, so it's sticking the paper down, but it's not coming through to the iron. Do you understand? Right, make sure your edges are the giveaway, so make sure to get up to your edge like that, right? And any piece you've missed, just go over again. And that's pretty much it, right? I'm going to put this iron down before I burn myself. Put the wax paper away. And now it's on. Look, on, beautiful, dead flat, right? But how do you get rid of these edges here that are sticking up a bit? Well, this is where your just reach over here. This is where your sandpaper comes in, right? Love, love, love. Okay. Are you all still with me? Are you all still with me? Give me some likes and loves. Let me know. And pop down the bottom, of course, and give me a share, please. Let other people join us and see how fab this piece is turning out. Right, so I've got my sandpaper, right? And I'm just going to get the edge of the sandpaper here. And can you see? I'll bring this even closer. Thanks for all the likes and loves. Now, where it finishes here, right? There's bits hanging down. You don't want to be cutting or pulling that. So the easiest way is to get a nail file or some sandpaper like this and hit it like that, right? This is exactly what you do with napkins as well. So that will break it off. So all you then have to do is literally pull it like that, right? So it's very, very easy to get a nice edge. Now, the paper's only stuck down. It's obviously not protected or anything, right? Yet. But you'll go in with varnish, or you can go with your more glue over it. I'm just checking for questions. No questions yet. And your glue or your varnish over the paper will seal it in. Like these ones now, I've got a few coats of varnish over. But I want to show you, I might show you live here now, when you put a varnish or a glue on over this paper now, which is beautifully stuck down, right? It'll look like it's all gone bubbly and wrinkly, and you'll be panicking a bit and you'll be thinking, oh no, I'm ruining it. But you're not, because when you dry it off with the hairdryer, all that goes. Because this was like that earlier on. I just put some high performance top coat over that. Sorry, I'm right in your face there. I just put some high performance top coat on that, and it looked like it was getting all bubbly and wrinkly, but that disappears, right, as soon as you dry it off with the hairdryer. So don't worry about that, okay? Just keep going. So that is how I did my pretty papers, okay? And I'll go up here and I'll do the same on this one. Make sure you only hit the edge. And if you happen to take any paint off here, right, don't worry about that, because you just go back in with your small brush and add some more paint, right? I'm going to give you a close-up of the different paints now in a second, but that's how you take off and it's so flat. It's just fantastic. And it's so easy to do, isn't it? Right, so I'll just take off the last bit of that, and then I'll show you the other paint colours. I'm glad I actually mixed number 2 and number 3 and put some pretty papers on. Now here, where the paper didn't reach out all the way, I'm just going to bring the wine paint in a bit more here, and you won't know at all that the paper didn't go that far. Olivia Horn, you make it look so easy. It is easy, literally, it's so easy. Lads, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I love this technique, thank you, you're welcome. Now, I want to show you something else, right? This drawer here, right, wait till I get a close-up of this drawer here. This is the drawers that has all the handles. They're the handles that are going back on, like that. But this drawer here, I've distressed back, right, some of the paint, because I didn't want this to be perfect. I wanted it to look a bit like, you know, those lovely pieces you find in TK Maxx, and they're new but they're made look a little bit battered and a little bit pretty, so I wanted it to have that kind of look. So here I distressed back the paint back to the wood, right, but you see the way it looks a little bit gold as well, right? I went around with my one of my favourite products, which is the Rub and Buff. This Rub and Buff. So they're a tiny little tube of wax, and they come in gold leaf. And morning from Delaware, Jackie, hi, good morning. What time is it in Delaware? It is, what time is it here? It is 1:20 in the afternoon here. So I went in with a little bit of gold here, and it just looks beautiful with the wine. Now, what I have to do yet, now somebody asked me, sorry, earlier on, you asked me what was the stain on this again. Come over here and I'll show you. So these are the stains that we have in at the moment, right? For those of you who are in America, I am the General Finishes distributor for Ireland, but General Finishes is an American product, so you guys can get that all over America, so don't worry about, you know, not feeling included in this, because all these products you can get in America, right? So here's the colours I have in at the moment, right? Now, the colour that's on the piece we're just doing is the darkest colour. It's called Espresso, right? And over it I have this product, right? Can you see that? That is the High Performance Top Coat. I have it on in gloss. I'm going to show it to you again because I love the look of the gloss over, sorry, my phone's gone a bit funny. I love the look of the gloss on a dark stain, right? Here's the whole piece, you can see. Now, I still haven't done, have a look at this. I still haven't done the side. There's the side, can you see that? Still orangey pine, still haven't done that, and I still haven't done the feet or the bottom. So the main body of the piece is not done. I've only done the top, and as I say, what you guys voted for, I did all the drawers. So I still have to paint the rest of it. I still have to put all the handles back on, and I still have to tidy up all these little areas where the two paints meet. And I want to use either some gilding wax or some copper metal paint that I got in just to give the finishing touches. So next week I will be, hi Aileen, so proud to be part of the General Finishes team. Bernie Doherty is on board. Bernie is one of our stockists in Tullamore in Offaly. So please go visit her and buy your paint from her. So next week I'm going to go through the finishing touches of this, right? Have you guys got any questions? These are the little pots, right? I obviously use big ones because I have all the big ones open, but they are all available now in Ireland because I'm just so good to you Irish girls. These are all available in tester pots, 90ml tester pots, and it's a fantastic way for you to try all the different colours, especially coming into spring. You know, don't forget your old chairs. You might only have one painted up in a bright colour, and if there's no seat in it, even better. You can get a nice big pot of coloured flowers for the summer, but painted up in a really bright colour. And because these are only, I think, $8.99 now on shabby.ie, you can do it cheaply. And lads, isn't that what it's about? Do it cheaply. Annie in Dublin for Jen. Trays, I am talking to a stockist in Dublin who wants to stock the paint. He's just in between two shops at the minute. So he's not in a position to take it on for a couple of months. But I promise you, by the end of this year, I will definitely have a couple of stockists in Dublin. You know what I'm like now when I set my mind to something. So, are they available to me? And Maria, I can't say anything yet, but there might be a stockist in Navan soon. Navan, right? But I can't say anything yet. But for now, anyway, you can all buy it off shabby.ie if you're in Ireland. And I'll send it out to you for €8. For as much as you like. I know that's not any good if you're only buying one, but if you're buying a few bits, it's all right. So, anyone else got any questions? So you like what I did, do you? I think it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And sure, if you don't like it, you're not going to see it anyway. It's going to be in my house. So, I'm thrilled to be back. I missed my Facebook Friday. I loved working at home for a couple of days in the snow, but I tell you lads, I could not stay working from home. I don't think I'd ever get out of my pyjamas. I was really lazy. I had to force myself to get up, wash my hair and put my makeup on. I thought, well, what's the point if I'm not going out? Does the stain cover a water stain after it's been lightly sanded? Yes, absolutely, Jackie, yeah. The depth of colour in these stains. Now, on saying that, Jackie, you're in the States, right? So you still have access to a product called gel stain that we used to have over here, but it's not a water-based product, it's an oil-based product, and we're not allowed to have it in Europe anymore. But that is shamazing. If you can get your hands on the Genoa Finishes Java gel stain, then that will cover anything. So I would definitely be trying for that first, but if you prefer a water-based product, they also have the water-based stains as well, which are the ones I'm using. Thank you. Okay, well that's it. I think we're done. Stella, I used milk paint for the first time this week and I absolutely love it. Isn't it fabulous? Yes. Jackie, I definitely can. Great, Jackie. Come back in next week and let us know, will you, if you managed to get the GF gel stain and if you've used it and what you think. And if you're not watching this live, please do ask your questions. Please do say hello and tell me where you're from. I will come back in and I will answer any questions later on as the day goes by. And please give me a share and let everybody else know we were here and what they missed out on. So thanks for joining me today for Facebook Friday. Happy International Women's Day for yesterday, all you lovely women. And I'll talk to you next week. And you'll see it finished before I bring it home. Bye, guys.